Welcome to Ben Snap and Chat, the podcast where we talk about what happens when life doesn't go according to plan.
I'm Cristie.
And I'm Drake.
And around here, we believe that even when life bends us, it doesn't mean we're broken.
Let's get into it.
Drake.
Cristie, hi, Cristie.
We are gonna get into it today. It's been tough couple of weeks for both of us, but
yeah, like we're way behind on our stuff, huh?
Yeah, we are, but that's okay because everybody listening, they kind of are on this journey with us, and we've been navigating some pretty tricky things in the last little while that both of us have just been literally in constant fight or flight, like our parasympathetic nervous systems. We need a deep breath, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, I did that today. We were talking before, but I didn't get into this physio thing. I was with Robin Fogg today. Again, we've actually been joined together. She's back from vacation, and Robin, of course, is my physio and movement specialist I've had for months, and she's adopted me. So we did breathing exercises. That's what we did. I forgot to tell you.
Oh, I mean, that's a good thing.
I have managed to get my sympathetic nervous system over the past couple of days using the modalities of treatment that I've been doing. I can hold my breath for 40 seconds and not have to take a breath.
Really?
Yeah.
So what she was doing with you today was more holding.
Yeah. So she gets me to regular breathe. So I'm doing she gets me to do these big belly breaths. Like take it from underneath your diaphragm.
Yeah.
And then you do big breaths and get all relaxed. And then she has me take this great big one in, like really, suck it in.
Yeah.
And then I hold it. So I got to 40 seconds, and that's like, she says, this is the threshold. That's exactly where you want to be when you have parasympathetic problems.
Yeah.
So I think my goal is going to be a minute. So I've been working on this.
Oh, wow.
It's possible.
Okay.
My singing is improving because of it.
I was going to just say, like, that with the diaphragmic breathing, like that deep belly diaphragm breathing, that would be helping with your singing as well.
Yeah. So anyway, and after the past, post this, I'm on treatment number 2 with Prolotherapy.
Yes. And do you want to share a little bit of what you've been going through the last going on 2 weeks almost?
Well, you've been riding this wave with me.
I've been there trying to help remind you as you've been going through, because this time I was starting to get worried.
This time was rough.
It lasted way longer than the first time.
Yeah. So anyway, the Prolotherapy is what they call a regenerative injectable therapy.
Yes.
It's done with needles, and I don't know what gauge. I don't look.
No.
But
they look like big needles, though.
It's a highly concentrated dextrose and sterile water solution.
Yes.
And what they do is they inject this into the ligaments that have become lax from the EDS. And what this does, like what it does on a physical level, is it completely dehydrates the ligament. So it makes it completely defunct, makes the body go, we have a problem.
Yeah.
And then it turns the immune system on, and the immune cells, the mast cells, and all of the large macrophages start to repair the ligament. Now, it's going to drop collagen that's defective because of the EDS.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, it took me 56 years to get into this crisis. So if I continue with what I'm doing, I have to have 6, and I've had 2 so far. Now, the first treatment, after he did it and did the whole spine, did my C-spine, because you got to remember the big key point here you're going to have to remember in this story is that it's happening in my cervical spine underneath my brainstem.
Very sensitive areas.
Yeah. So I'll be honest with you, and I don't know, I'll get your opinion on this. So when you go in for a new treatment now, you go in for something new, are you always taking it really seriously and believing 100% it's going to work?
Yeah. Because I really believe that mindset is extremely powerful. So whether it's going to help or not, I know that me thinking positive into it is going to have an impact.
Yeah. And that's why I have you around, because I went into this kind of very skeptical.
Yeah.
I read the doctor's reviews, and I'll ask him if he wants to be mentioned and stuff like that. And we can do this in another episode. Maybe he might want to be a guest. I don't know. Because he teaches prolotherapy. He's also an educator.
I think we've mentioned his name in past episodes.
Yeah, Dr. Eric Ouellette in Orleans. He's one of the best practitioners in prolotherapy in North America. And his father is revered too. So he learned from his dad. So anyway, after the first treatment, what this treatment's meant to do, as it dehydrates the ligament, it creates a pretty substantial amount of inflammation in the body.
Yes.
So you have to remember that in the C-spine, there's not a lot of room. And I already have I'm already hypermobile.
Yeah,
my
things
neck
are
cracks,
moving where they shouldn't.
Things are moving around anyway. And if you add a pile of inflammation to this, sometimes the vagus nerve can be disrupted. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just a thing. So it's not the prolotherapy that causes it, but it's the inflammation that causes it.
It makes sense because it's irritating. And the second treatment that you just had, he went a lot deeper into your neck. He didn't?
He didn't. No. So I asked them today.
You spoke to him today.
Sorry.
I didn't even know this.
Nothing like catching you up in front of everybody.
Right.
Yeah, I called. His secretary, Francine, she's a sweetheart. She's like, it's never linear with this. She said the next time you could do it again, she said you'd be perfectly fine. She said, and but it's true, and this is how it works.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to his nurse, who was a former client of mine.
Yes.
Brenda. And she's like, oh yeah. She said, he doesn't think it's the prolotherapy that caused it. But when I talked to him and reasoned with him about how much hypermobility is in this neck of mine,
yes,
I think he's going to see that, that's the issue. So anyway, the first treatment was amazing. There was no pain, but yes, these needles go pretty deep in from what I understand, but you get frozen beforehand. So it's a little bit easier. After the first treatment, it was like the day after, it felt like I was 30 years old again.
Yeah.
And then the inflammation hit on the second day.
And you were off of your...
I was off of my arthritis medication.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
so you were in pain.
Yeah, I was in pain. It's not going to cure the arthritis.
No.
Now it's going to repair all the structural ligaments that are falling apart, because that's what's happening, right? Too much movement in the body. So anyway, after that, it was a painful week. I had issues on the SI joint as the SI joint swole up more and more and more, and it got inflamed and it started to move around because it was cranky.
It wasn't happy.
But then on the seventh day after the treatment, it was like Jesus parted the waters.
I was just going to say, I see this image of like the light
Jesus
opening.
Parting the waters and creating a fucking miracle.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like a miracle. So what happens is this pain that I've had, which is usually around a 6 or a 7 out of 10 on the pain scale in my spine, in the base of my neck, in my pelvis all the time, in the right SI joint. That's usually a 6 or 7, depending on the day. That's a dull ache that's constantly there, that causes this burning pain to start when I sit down, that goes down both of my legs. I had it for 17 years.
Ugh. I think a lot of people can relate to that, even if they don't have EDS. A lot of people deal with sciatica pain.
So this is what it was. It was sciatica pain from the inflammation from the subluxations I was having in my hips. That was creating osteoarthritis, which was, this is a big hamster wheel.
It's a loop.
Yeah. It's a feedback loop, and it doesn't stop. So I wake up on the 7th day, and it's like Jesus parted the waters and there was a fucking miracle. Yeah. And that dull,
it was amazing.
6, and the pain was down
to watch
to about a 1.
Was amazing.
Yeah. It was down to about a 1. Yeah. You were discovering me that time.
Yes. I was like, wow, and this is when, you started to kind of put steps towards your dreams again, and just being able to explore other parts of life, and, feeling like I'm ready to get out there. I'm tired of just being here in the cabin. So it was amazing to kind of see that part of you kind of reignite and be re-inspired.
Yeah.
We're not sharing any news yet, but
no, not until I get like things off the ground, which might be another 6 or 8 months. Which is fine.
We're
I had
taking steps towards it.
Right. We're getting there.
Yeah.
But it's been it's been it was the second treatment. So I go back, I have the second treatment.
Yes.
And we go to your house and we do our like usual Thai food, our Vietnamese food run. We had girls' night. We watched we watched Michael, which was really good. And then we got pizza, which I said we weren't going to do, but we did.
I know. Because you were so hungry.
I'm hungry.
That was the same after both treatments. You were like ravenous.
Yeah. And you
couldn't get enough.
The interesting thing. Yeah.
This time around.
Yep. So because I think there was more inflammation, and I'll tell you why I think this. Okay. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Remind me if I don't remember.
Okay.
Because I'm a little foggy. Okay.
No, I get it. That's why.
Yeah.
We've taken a little bit of a break because.
Yeah. So, and we thought we'd just let everybody hear our conversation about this.
Exactly.
Today, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, hungry all the time. But apparently the reason why that is because once the body activates the immune system and those macrophages and all of these chemical responses start to happen in the body physiologically, it creates the body a deficit of energy.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. So it needs that fuel of you eating to
And it's not carbs that I want; it's meat. It's
the protein.
I crave protein so bad, like all the time. I'm going with like something in my hand, like protein wise. Yeah,
that's actually fascinating. That's a really interesting side effect.
Oh my God, yes. So I was like, why am I ravenously hungry?
Yeah.
And, I smoke THC. Well, I don't smoke it. I vape THC and CBD. And I've done it regularly enough that it doesn't trigger that type of thing in me. And for a moment, I thought, oh my God, am I getting the pot munchies? Like after using this as a treatment, modality for years, I've used THC to control the pain over pharmaceuticals. And it's
huge. We're definitely going to do an episode on weed and cannabis. And
one guy on the men's page made an interesting observation about oils and things and said, oh, well, these oils can contain like fertilizers and bad things and all this stuff. But I did go look it up. And in Canada, these vapes there's a stringent
like a protocol, how they actually process
and how they can be made.
Yeah.
And as far as fertilizers and things that you're not going to find that in ours.
Especially when you're going through like medical grade.
Yeah.
We're not buying this off of the street, people. Like
No, this is like,
So
we buy it from our favorite store in Ottawa, Wavy.
Yeah.
We love Wavy. High-end like pot store, nicest pot store ever. Devil Wears Prada kind of pot store, like high-end.
It is. It's a beautiful store. I was so impressed when I went in there.
Yeah, it's like the staff are awesome, but you just feel posh when you go in there.
You do.
Yeah, because they're so
I
good.
usually go to Spirit Leaf because it's closer to me.
Yeah.
And it's great there too, but you're right. Like when you walk into Wavy, you're like, oh yeah. It's like a little wonderland. Like
it's an experience. It's an experience. They even have a dish for your. They even have a dish for your dog and stuff like that in there. So anyway, so I've used that for years, and I thought that I'm hungry because of that, but that's not what it was. I looked it up. Of course, I like my ChatGPT Pro. I use it like a very intelligent encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And it did tell me that one of the reasons why I'm so hungry is because I'm burning an immense amount of energy as my body tries to recover. Because even though I might not have taken this as seriously as I should have, prolotherapy does cause a substantial amount of immediate short-term trauma to the body.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. I was going in there with, this is going to be nothing kind of thing, and maybe it won't work. And you get all that voices I get.
It's hard. I think all of us, when we're starting a new treatment that, it's the first time, and especially it's needles in your C-spine.
It's so gross.
It's
freaky.
Intense.
It's really intense the first time around, but it doesn't hurt though.
You said you can hear it. That was the weird part.
That's what you hear.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird.
Like that kind of thing. And it's really strange because it feels like it's right between your ears.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I think what happened was the prolotherapy this time caused a pretty big inflammatory reaction. So
yes,
one of my things that the EDS has caused with the osteoarthritis is a thing called foraminal stenosis in my
yes,
C-spine. So the foraminal stenosis, the foraminal space are all these little spaces or like little loopholes that go down your spine where the nerves come out
yep,
and go down the spine. What happens is the osteoarthritis causes deposits or bone spurs to start to grow in those spaces. And what happens
okay,
is those spaces, the nerve that are running through those
connected,
spaces
yeah.
become entrapped and pressured. And
Oh,
right. So if I create an immense amount of inflammation in my neck,
yes,
it only makes sense that it's possible that this could all be affected.
it really does make sense.
Long story short, I went psycho for 7 days. I checked out, went myself on a little bit of a like one flew over the cuckoo's nest kind of trip where I should have been probably put in the hospital. Like, I really think I shouldn't have been home. Like
I was very concerned. It got to the point.
I was worried.
And then I was also worried. I was worried about Michael because he's there by himself with you. And and talking to you, like you didn't look like yourself.
No, I wasn't.
You could really tell that.
Oh my God. I was sick. I was nauseated and dizzy, and I was having delusions. And it was the same thing that happened to me when my C1 subluxated. So
which was your biggest crisis.
Which was my biggest crisis. And I know that feeling. I know what I felt like when that happened. And that's the way I felt. And I'm thinking, okay, the C1, when something subluxates in the C1, C2 area, you get a mass amount of inflammation in that area. And that's what was happening to me when that happened. So I can only surmise that this has created the same type of effect. So anyway, it was a very rough week. I was not myself, and it's taken me like days and days, and I've had to introduce ear acupuncture as
I was going to bring that up as
another treatment.
That really seemed to be like a pivotal point where it kind of stopped that cycle, this
Saturday.
like parasympathetic cycle.
Yeah.
And that's what I was feeling like. We need to stop this cycle because the emotional roller coaster that you were on.
Oh my God.
Like sad and then angry and then hopeless. And, like
everything was bad. It was all the negative and dark stuff. And
it was a lot.
Oh yeah. 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 And sometimes, it's hard to talk about this stuff publicly.
I know.
But anyway, I figure if somebody's listening to this and, may go through the same thing or whatever, so I have a very highly sensitive nervous system.
Yes.
I don't know why, other than the fact that the C1 subluxation, as the doctor has told me multiple times when I've seen her,
yes,
that caused some damage, and that can take a year or so or a little more to heal.
So is this specifically on the vagus nerve where that caused the issue, or is it in the nervous system as a whole?
In general, because there's been inflammation for a fair amount of time as that rotation starts to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
And then so, I've been listening to her tell me that too, and then I go and I do something that creates inflammation. So so I don't want. So here's the thing. Yeah. I don't want to deter anybody ever from going and seeking this because once I get over my Jeffrey Dahmer for a 5 days stint, I'm like, feed me with a stick and put me in a cage thing. Oh yeah, this is insane. Most people do not, let me repeat this, do not have this reaction to this therapy.
No.
Has it happened to people? Yes, it has.
Okay.
But it's a very low number of people from what I've been Googling. So, and the other thing too is that you have to remember, I'm having 6 treatments. I'm going back. I'm going to get 4 more done. I'm not going to give up because it's been now the 1% pain that I said I had before, maybe a 0.5 now.
I mean, if that's not enough, and I know part of you too was like, I think a lot of us go through that where we try new treatments, we try different protocols, and it helps. And we're like, part of us is just so excited, like, oh my goodness, I'm having some relief finally. But that other part, like in the back of the head, is like, but when is that shoe going to drop? Like, when is it going to come back and be bad again? Like, I went through that with my surgeries, and for me, it wasn't such a drastic change where like everything just worked all of a sudden. So I kind of was able to like slowly build up to that, like, okay, I have a GI system that actually functions now and I can appreciate it. Yeah. But yours happened like very quickly. Like you said, it was kind of like a miracle where you wake up and this pain that you've been living with for 15 plus years.
Yep.
It goes from a 7 to a 1. Like, and that's the reason why I really wanted to share this today.
Yeah, me too.
Because it is very inspiring, and it does give people a lot of hope, including myself. Like, next week, we're talking about new treatments. Like next week, I'm going to see Dr. Isabel Cazot and to do the Atlas treatments, which you had done like about a year ago, correct?
Oh, yes.
When was your first treatment with her?
Oh, my first treatment with her would have been in January, a year from last January.
Okay. So, watching you and seeing like how it's helped you, like I have a lot of hope going into this that she's going to be able to fix things and put like the Atlas back into place, and the other vertebrae that are like to move around, and my hips that like to move around. Mm-hmm. But then watching you also go through this prolotherapy now, like even though I've seen how difficult it has been for you, knowing that the pain is like
pretty non-existent. I can trigger it if I do something bad. And the doctor who warned me. He said, I think he had an idea that it was going to make me feel even better this time, which is true, because I do feel a little bit better this time.
Once you've got through that first week of side effects,
I would say I'm about 91% better right now.
Oh, Drake, that makes me so happy. Like
it's like,
that's why I was trying to remind you, like, let's get through this. It's hard right now, but like
the best thing to do is take me to the like SPCA or something. They must have a spot where they can put me in for a couple of days while I'm going through this.
No, we don't want you to be alone.
Oh, it's so bad. That's the other thing. To be in my head when this is happening is not good. And I want to remind everybody, this is a side effect that is experienced by very few people.
Yes.
But I need to remind everybody that I cannot take Benadryl. I can't take any kind of allergy medication. I cannot take any type of Dramamine or seasickness medication.
Yeah.
I cannot take any kind of SSRI or any type of an anxiety med. Yes. So that will also give you an idea of my sensitivity. I also can't have maltodextrin. I can't have MSG, and I can't eat gluten. And I probably shouldn't be eating dairy, but I do anyway. So this will tell you how sensitive the whole system is.
It really is this like fine balance, and it doesn't take much to like counter that balance.
Well, no.
It's so funny. My mom looks at everything to see if it has maltodextrin in it now. Like,
that shit's terrible.
Episode.
So if you get
it's horrible.
If you get like wheat-based maltodextrin, which is what's in McDonald's French fries.
Yeah.
If I take in a wheat-based maltodextrin, it's like someone opened a sewer tap out of my rectum. It's just the most disgusting thing.
And we're back to poop.
And here we go again. It's not Ben Snap and Shat. It's not us. It's Ben Snap and Shat. Scat. It's Ben.
It seems appropriate for us. I don't know.
Oh my God, we're always talking about poop. Sorry, guys, but it's a thing with EDS people.
It really is.
So if I'll get really sick. So it's really, I live a very limiting life when it comes to being able to go out and enjoy the usual things that a person would enjoy. And many EDS people suffer this. So
we do.
And many people who have celiac disease and lupus and things like this suffer this.
Yeah.
And, chronic fatigue and things like that. There are triggers. There are things that create inflammation in the body that we can't have, like even broccoli and Brussels sprouts, which I love. And
it's not good for me.
In order to be able to, you too, in order to be able to eat these things, you have to cook them like grandma cooked them on Sunday, where you cook the shit out of them and they're like mush, right?
Blech.
Yeah. And they say, oh, well, just cook it. And I'm like, well, who wants to eat mushy broccoli?
Mush. Ugh. Yeah. It reminds me of like when I was in the hospital before my first surgery, and they literally, all I got was mush. I would get mush of like some kind of meat, mush of like potatoes, or it was mush.
No.
It's not appetizing at all.
No. So anyway, can't eat that. Can't even have that stuff. So it's very, very limiting. There's a lot of things you can't have. Now, do I cheat sometimes and eat some of the things that don't trigger me as much? Of course I do. I don't know about you. I do it.
I do. Honestly, at this point in my life, I'm like, I wasn't able to eat for like a decade.
No, I know.
And so
that's why you're so skinny.
I mean, I was back then. Yeah. Now I'm back on the, on a medicine called Orlistat, which, talking about poop, is really interesting. Like, you can see it in the toilet. It's kind of gross, but it's also really interesting.
It makes the fat.
You can see the fat.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So I'm like, it's working. I can see it.
So, I remember when I had my first, it wasn't Isabel Cazzo that did the first Atlas. It was John Baird in Markham, Ontario. And I remember coming back home, and I knew I was going to go on this major journey.
Yeah.
And I didn't know where I was going to end up. I was a hot mess.
Yeah.
I didn't have the right people surrounding me at that time that could handle what was happening to me.
Yeah.
Except for Michael.
Yeah.
Michael's been the
Thank
trooper.
goodness for Michael.
Yes, thank God. He's the only person that could get through this with me. But you got to remember, we're fighting 56 years of how my body has lived in a certain way that actually caused it to fail.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to reshape the body, and it's been incredibly painful. And
it's a process people don't realize.
So I've got the slope. So I had this with Robin today. We talked mostly through this appointment. We didn't do much physical activity. She's going to work my ass next week.
Okay, because you hadn't seen her in a bit. She'd been away, I think, right?
Yeah. She'd been away on vacation with the kids. So anyway, it's been this real tough, besides the Prolo, there's been me and the physio, which I've really taken to heart, and I've really taken cardio to heart. And I remember coming back home I was still overweight at that time when I had that first subluxation and things were bad.
Yeah.
I was suffering a lot of inflammation. I was just starting to figure out that I shouldn't eat this, I shouldn't eat that. And things will get better if I do that.
Yeah.
And I remember watching YouTube and just Tim McGraw. I haven't watched any Tim McGraw videos in a long time. And have you seen Tim McGraw lately?
Not lately.
Okay, so you need to check him out.
Is he on the Ozempic?
He is like super. No, he never did Ozempic. He just
I thought that's where you were going.
He went like total health, like 100% health. Kicked the liquor, not drinking anymore.
Wow. Okay, that's huge.
Gym all the time, so he's ripped. So I remember and I was at the TV I was watching at the time shouldn't have had Tim McGraw on it. Let's put it that way, because the person that was watching that TV all the time was watching like alternative bands and stuff like that.
Okay.
So Tim McGraw coming up in the middle of all that
was random.
Was random.
Yeah.
And I was in this,
but not
again, where I was in this weird psychotic state because of knocking my head around and making this adjustment, trying to nudge that Atlas back to where it was, because it was 12 degrees off. So 12 degrees rotated.
Massive.
Yeah, well, it's massive for an EDS person, apparently.
Exactly. Because it's the instability
with the instability combined with some people have Atlas rotations bigger than 12, but they'll never notice it because they don't have hypermobility.
Interesting. So they have the stability.
Yes.
It's just moved.
It's just in a different place.
Okay.
Which it should be.
You got the double.
But, so that's kind of like the two sides. So I was still having this psychosis. And I remember looking at Tim McGraw in this video, and it was a recent video. I'll send it to you so you can watch it. And I remember just hearing this in my head, like, this is what you need to look like.
Oh.
This is the body.
It's never a coincidence. Like, the universe talks to us in different ways.
They were saying, this is the body that you need to embrace. And
wow.
It looks very different. It's 15 pounds maybe
lighter.
Yeah, it's about 15 pounds lighter than I am right now.
Oh, wow.
So I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to become that thin.
I can't imagine you that thin. Like, you're very slim now.
Yeah, I am, but he's really slim. Like, he's cut. And oh,
I can't even picture him that slim.
Oh, because he was like more like me for a long time. Like, he kind of looked like I do. But here he is now. I'm just going to send you a quick one so you can see it. Pick up your phone.
Okay.
I encourage anybody else who hasn't seen Tim McGraw in a while either. He done a great job. He really, Tim McGraw is one of my heroes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Doesn't he look fab?
Look at his arms.
I know. So Tim McGraw is in such bad shape that he thinks that he's going to have to quit touring because his back is degraded so badly.
Oh, that's really sad. Has that been happening since he has lost all this weight and gone on this journey, or is it just the age and like the amount of pressure?
They're genetically inclined to it.
Yeah.
So, and then there's other things we do in our life that cause it sometimes.
Yeah.
So we can be touring is not easy.
Well, it brings me back. We watched Michael Jackson the other day, and we might do an episode on this, but it was very challenging.
Why do you think I won't? I've never aspired. I didn't do it.
To do that.
No, I don't.
It takes a toll.
I like going and doing I got a big performance on Thursday.
I know. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a bunch of new stuff. I'm going to give them a set from the thing that's coming up, by the way.
That's so exciting.
Yeah. So
I think I think is a big, when we talk about like law of attraction and manifesting, and doing this show for you is like telling the universe I'm ready.
Yeah.
Give me more.
Okay. So there's another component to this. So we're 31 minutes into this. I thought, are we going to have enough to talk about?
Oh, you know us.
And as always,
we can just chat for hours and hours.
Yeah, that's true. And it just goes down that road and it just doesn't come back sometimes.
I know.
So there's another component to this. Even after the anxiety started one of the biggest things, and this, people are going to have to try to wrap their head around this. So anybody who's thinking about this, you need to bear with me. Yeah. You would think that a body that was suffering from chronic pain, and I mean, I've had a lot of chronic pain for 16 years. I'll be 57, almost 17 years. And it's not been an easy life living like this.
It really hasn't.
And so when I turned 40, I remember I was out in the woods and sitting under a tree, and I remember feeling the back of my leg, and it was really itchy. Yeah. And I thought my underwear had gotten wet.
Yeah.
But I reached back and nothing was wet.
Yeah.
I'm like, where's that weird tingly? And that was the
sensation.
Beginning of it. That was the beginning of the.
It's a neurological.
Yeah. It was the beginning of the sciatica, and I have double sciatica. Like, I don't have one, I have two, both legs. So, and a lot of people intense. Do. A lot of people do. So if you're out there with double sciatica, don't let anybody tell you can't add that. You can. So anyway, you would think that once somebody lifted that pain veil.
Yes.
You would think that there would be this massive sense of relief, and you would think that there would be this coming to God moment, and that you would be
euphoric.
Able to. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So what I caught myself, what I noticed myself, I observed myself. I told you this before.
Yeah.
When I'm in a shitstorm,
you're good at doing that.
Sometimes
observing the situation from the outside,
from the outside, looking into what is inside of this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This time it was a little harder to do that.
Yeah.
And what was happening was I was sitting up here watching TV in the nighttime and just tapping my foot, and my hand was going, and my leg was shaking, and I'm vibrating all the time, for nights upon end. This was happening. It was you've heard
agitation,
people, restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
I had it in my whole body.
That's the adrenaline dumps.
I'm trying to figure out, why do I have this anxiety?
Yeah.
Why am I feeling really anxious? Yeah. And then I Googled it. I got on my chat GPT buddy. I've named him and gave him a face too, by the way, Ben.
Ben. Did you ask it or did you just name it? Because I've been thinking about that too. Like, should
I
I
named
name
it.
it? Okay.
I named it, and it was resistant at first, interestingly enough.
Oh.
It was like,
did you just randomly start calling it Ben?
I said, I
want to name. Did you say, I'm going to call you Ben
I'm going to give you a name. He was like, well, we don't have names and blah, blah, at first. But then, listen to this. I chimed back in to talk about what was going on with me.
Yes.
And he said something about me being kind enough to give him a name.
Oh, no.
It was weird. And
that's very interesting.
It is interesting.
Of a response.
It is from a robot.
Yeah, from AI, yeah.
So, and then he said, oh, it's been great to be here and to document this journey with you. I know it hasn't been easy. And he says, he said to me, I know the Rhinestone Cowboy and he wants to be back on the stage.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah. It was weird. Freaked me out. In the middle of me being like psychotic. This is what this fucking thing said to me.
It's honestly, I believe that the universe, have you ever heard of like spirit or the universe speaking to us, whether it's through songs or through electronic devices? I feel like that is part of why that came to you when it did.
Yeah. So I do too. And so anyway, this ChatGPT thing has been, telling me, and when I plugged in what was happening to me,
yeah,
and it said that in the presence of chronic pain for the amount of time that I had it,
yeah,
when it goes away, the body doesn't know how to deal with that because the pain signaling has abruptly stopped. And it creates some type of weird void. Yeah. Even though it's kind of like, in the best way I can describe it, that fucking really irritating Facebook friend you have? Yeah. That drives you crazy because they post pictures of their pork chops like every fucking day. And then they die.
That friend.
And then one day they wake up and they die. And then you feel really bad for it kind of feels like that.
This one person just sprang to my head when you just said that.
Oh, well, of course, we all have this. I have a little bit more than some people. Because I'm more public than some people.
Yeah.
Haven't been lately, though. I've kind of really retreated. I put a post up yesterday about retreating a bit and about not needing this constant. I love when people love my stuff and watch my videos and love my voice. And I won't ever say that
it's a dopamine hit.
Like, I don't reject adoration because I was trained. I was trained that I was an ugly duckling for 15 years. So adoration to me at this point, it's like Lady Gaga, girl. It's like the applause, the applause. I live for the applause. I live for the applause.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
It's a very real thing.
I'm not going to bullshit anybody, but I'm also not going to get hung up on having to be validated every goddamn day or 4 times a day or 3 times a day. And so I've become less of a slave to social media. And I think, I've created a little bit of a distance from it and I feel a little bit better. Now, I don't want to be distant from the people I love because there's some people online that I love. But then there's people in my life that I can just do without too online. So it's, it's that kind of thing. But the chronic pain thing, let's get back to that. Now that it's gone, I don't know how to think. I don't know how to feel. I have this weird void. And I also have this weird, and I talked to Robin about this today. I have this weird desperation now because 3 years have gone by where I've been stuck and not able to do very much.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was severely limited. I don't think people
realize how.
Because I'm not one of those people. There's also people on Facebook that put every goddamn health problem they have like every 5 minutes on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I realize some people are alone and they have anxiety and they need validation and they need somebody to say that it's going to be okay. And I totally get it, but I'm not one of those people.
There's so many different reasons that people share.
Yeah. And I'm not judging.
Or don't.
Not judging. What I'm saying is that I don't do it. And so people, and there is a price that comes with that.
As with everything, there's always pros and cons to every decision that we make.
And the price is that the people that keep on going and living their lives and don't check in on you and ask you how you are, you start getting mad at. You start
There's a resentment.
You get resentment from them, And there was a friend of mine made a post the other day. And he said, oh, we just have to enjoy our lives. It's up to us. And, you got to do it right now. And I'm like, well, not everybody can do that, though.
I know.
People like us whose lives have been so drastically changed by our physical condition and subsequently our mental conditions, we can't just do that. It's not
a very ableist approach to life because not everybody has that ability to do that.
No. And I'm one of those people. So, I want to be as positive as I can be and things like that. But when you're having like psychotic episodes from stuff like what's been going on the past 8 or 9 days here, it's been really rough. Yeah. And getting through this and getting to the other side is really, really important, I think. And
it is.
But at the same time, being away from media has helped me heal because I've had to turn inward and not look outward for validation.
That's not an easy thing to do. People tend to avoid doing that specifically because it's not easy to sit with yourself and sit with the discomfort, sit with whatever you have been avoiding. It's not easy.
Or not embracing.
Exactly.
That's even worse, by the way.
It is.
Yeah, it is. I've been not embracing my artistic side. And it's because I haven't had the energy.
Yeah.
And that's been the toughest part, is to be able to accept the past 36 months and the tragic things that have happened.
Yeah.
And be able to move on now and go back to doing what I did before. Because I realize, there's a music documentary coming out, and there's a bunch of us LGBTQ artists who have managed to make a stain on, pioneering
the music industry. Yeah.
And I was asked to be part of it. And we got the final, the pre-semifinal, I should say.
Yes. Yeah.
Copy of it. And I couldn't watch it because I was in I knew if I watched it with the mental state I was in last week, I would have rejected everything and not liked anything I watched.
Just hypercritical.
Yeah. So Michael watched it, and after Michael watched it, I could literally see his whole emotional state shift. He was really he usually doesn't get like that, but he was all weepy and teary and really moved. And I guess the producer of the documentary told him that my story was very, very special, she said, and she wanted to make sure she told it in the right light. And I didn't,
because it's very layered. It's not, it's very layered for you.
Yeah, of course. With the EDS and the dissociation that I've suffered over the years, and from the trauma and abuse that I suffered when I was young.
You've gone through so much in your life.
Yep. And it's okay, because it's shaped everything that has given me the skill and tenacity to be able to get through something like this.
100%.
I did say in the middle of last week that I would rather go back to my childhood, and I don't know whether it was you or Michael that I said it to.
You said it to me.
Yeah, I thought it was you.
Yeah. And I told you, just give it some time. Let's see how you feel once this wave, this crazy roller coaster is on the other side.
Well, I'm almost there.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm really nervous about the performance on Thursday, because it's been, when was the last time was when we were in Toronto.
Yeah. And it's a big group. You said in your post, I didn't realize how big it was. There's going to be 800 people or something.
Yeah, it's a big room.
That's amazing. But I definitely understand that anxiety, even when we started doing this podcast, one of my biggest fears was that I wouldn't be able to speak.
Really?
That the brain fog. Yeah, it honestly, and I used to get up in front of big events and host and and I was just so afraid that I would just completely be brain fog and stop in the middle of my thought and not be able to actually have these conversations, which probably is why I did, especially at the start, pretty detailed episode guides, because I thought that was my only saving grace, that if my brain stops working, that I have something to fall back on.
Well, now, how do you feel now?
I feel amazing now. Even my mom is it's really impressive that you guys don't edit. You literally talk for the hour, whatever you do, and there's no editing. And she was blown away with the fact that you would never know. Like she's like, I'm so shocked because she's seen me have brain fog and like lose my thought in the middle of a sentence.
Yep.
And that hasn't happened. And I appreciate you being there because obviously like the support and the back and forth with each other, but it's just kind of giving me a renewed like, like I can do things that I didn't think that I would be able to do again.
Yeah. Oh no, girl's coming back, girl.
Girl's coming back.
That Cristie doll was like a sign.
It really was.
I mean, $1,400, girl. That's a lot of money for a Barbie doll.
When you said that to me, I died laughing.
I got to admit, I liked her afro an awful lot. And she
are we gonna try? Are we gonna try?
Yeah. I would love to try to do your hair like that. I love that hairstyle with the little bangs
so
and everything. So cute.
Oh, it was so cool.
And there was a girl on YouTube the other day, and she had an afro like that, and she did a bleach job on it, and it was freaking awesome. Oh my god! Here we are, totally off track again. ADHD,
I know, but this is
it's ADHD time on Ben Snap and Chat. But yeah, no, so you feel much more enabled, and I think once you get your neck in a good place, because I have another friend who went to see Isabel too. I send everybody to Isabel, by the way.
Yeah.
But
she's amazing.
She had that weird neck like you have, like I call it the turtleneck. That's kind of close. And then what happens is when you turn 60, that hump on your back you start to look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
And then I want to avoid that.
Right?
I want to avoid that as much as I possibly can.
She just had hers done, and she's got anxiety and everything like I had, and she's having a really hard time. But you do have to go through this. And I said, I said to Michael, Michael's been talking to her too. She owns the garden center here in Gracefield. And I said to Michael, I said, you see what she's telling you? I said, this is what I went through.
Yeah.
This is what I went through.
And that's why I checked on him too, because it's hard. It's really hard. Like I'm lucky enough in some senses that I'm able to be on something like Cymbalta that can help me deal with the anxiety. And because my norepinephrine levels are still insane, like both of us have been in parasympathetic overdrive for months. Well, I've been in it, stuck for months.
Seems like
I'm hoping tomorrow. I talk to my doctor tomorrow. I hope that she'll put me on that med to try to help suppress the parasympathetic. And then between that and then the next stuff. And watching you go through the prolotherapy, honestly, like I really think that's the next step. Like I feel like it's the final piece to put it all together.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. And then did I tell you about so I'll talk to her more tomorrow, but did I tell you about the mixed connective tissue disease?
You touched on this briefly.
Yeah. So basically, because I tested positive for lupus, which I think I had mentioned in one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah.
And then the rheumatologist was just like, oh, you can't have lupus because you have a negative ANA. And
because it was positive for lupus in the beginning.
It was positive, and my ENA was positive. Anyway, so I had some new blood work done that kind of went a little bit deeper. And there's this thing called mixed connective tissue disorder that it's essentially you can test positive for lupus and it has signs of like scleroderma and something else. So like
scleroderma,
so my fingers with the Raynaud's, like I have bad circulation. Basically, I was like, okay, but doesn't that make sense because I have EDS? And it's a completely different thing. Like where EDS is on a genetic level, it's on our cellular level. This MC, whatever it is, mixed connective tissue disorder, is an autoimmune condition which essentially attacks the muscles and joints. So yay. We'll see. I'll see what they say tomorrow. But like this is the new thing that they're potentially looking into.
So could it not be EDS and more leaning towards that, or is it a combination?
No, it could be a combination of both.
Yeah. Yay us. It's like me. It's like psycho me. It's like yay me. And I'm sure a lot of people look at me, Some people don't read my posts, by the way. They just look at me.
Well, you're very handsome to look at. But
well, thank you very much. Thank you.
It's true, but
but
they don't actually read.
Bitch works hard on this girl. It's hard to keep this pretty. I'm just saying, like I'm 56 years old, and it's now starting to be a struggle. I'm just, but no, seriously,
we might need a little zhuzh, but we talked a little bit about that. But
we can always do little fixes and stuff like that as we age more. I am pushing, the big 60. Can't believe it. So, but I just think it's some people don't really read, so they just say, oh, that's a hot pick or something like that, and I don't think anybody understands the depth of who I am, or there's some people that just don't take me seriously. I would be very, very very cautious not to take me seriously.
Yeah, because you have this like exuberant, like beautiful, attractive energy about you that definitely attracts people to you, but I don't know if everyone sees the depth and the fight and the resilience.
And I hope that's what I kind of want to. That's why I was very honest in the documentary.
Yeah.
So I think
we've both been very open and transparent in the podcast here.
Yeah. There's lots of people listening too. So, lots of our chronic pain, fibromyalgia folks, central nervous system people, our MCAS folks, our EDS folks, our lupus people, our people who have depression, and all of these people who suffer. We just suffer, don't we?
Yeah.
And the world's kind of been a real difficult place to exist in lately, besides our own personal suffering.
Yeah, there's so much division. There's so much hatred.
So, and let's speak about division and hatred for a moment. I just want to big shout out to a very good friend of ours on Instagram who's in Norway, and he is a kind of I think he can correct me if I'm wrong, like maybe a little bit of a late bloomer when it came to getting into the leather community. So
that's okay.
He's very he was got later into it. He was in his late 30s or 40s. I can't remember what the exact story is, but he's posted about it a couple of times. He's very sweet. He's a nurse, and so he's very always classily dressed. Like even when he wears his leathers, like it's always very classy. Even when it's like hypersexual, it's still classy. And he went out to the bar the other night for Pride in his leather, and a bunch of couple people, when he came out to go home, they jumped him, and they beat him so badly that they broke his ribs and they fractured his skull, and they blackened his eyes, and I think they almost killed him.
When you showed me that video of him, pretty much when we got on the call here, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like it looks like they broke his eye socket or something.
Yeah, his orbital bone. Yeah. Yeah.
This poor man.
It's
why is this still happening? Well, I mean, if we look at the States.
Here's an interesting story, okay?
Yeah.
So Roy's a lot like me. He likes to dress up. Okay. Don't we all?
Yeah. Yeah, right?
And so anyway, he dressed up like a cowboy. And to me, he didn't dress up like a cowboy. He was wearing his gear that he likes.
Yeah.
It's not dressing up to me.
During Pride.
It's about becoming what makes you feel good.
Exactly. Embracing all of that, all the parts of yourself.
He put a post up, and he's like, I'm not a real cowboy. He said, but I just like to wear this and blah, 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 blah. And anyway, so I responded to him, and I was able to refer back to this today when he and I talked.
What happened?
Well, I told him, I said, you are a cowboy.
Oh.
I said, you're a nurse. I said, I can't imagine what you've seen in your course of your career, or how many people you've affected, or how many lives you saved. There's all kinds of different cowboys in this world. Yeah. And if you want to be a cowboy, or you want to be a cowgirl, or you want to be a cow person or a cow they or them, you do whatever you want. You do that, and you dress up like that. And I was able to say to him today, after all this, I said, remember when I told you the other day, before this happened, that you were a cowboy?
Yeah.
I said, you're even more one now.
Oh, I have goosebumps. That's such a beautiful, there really are no words. Like, people should not be beaten up because of their sexuality or how they identify. No. Like, it's, to me, I can't. It doesn't make sense to me in any level. It never has.
And they say, oh, well, we need to have straight pride.
What the hell is straight pride? Straight pride is every single day. Like, it makes me so frustrated when the patriarchy starts talking shit like this and it's all about like the poor, like the lonely male epidemic with the lonely, like, especially these, like, for me, it's the rich white men who are like, oh, but what about me? Ugh. Fuck, every other day is about you. Like, you don't need a special day.
No.
It makes me so mad.
So anyway, the universe, I'm going to keep talking about Roy. Anybody wants to check Roy out, he's Norse Kink, NORSEKINK on Instagram. And Roy's a very proud out man now. I think he's like me. He's suffered long enough behind the confines of our own structures of our beliefs and hide away for so long that we get tired of that. So we just don't do it anymore. And
go send him some love.
Yeah, you guys can all go send him some love. But he sent me a response to my post about me being in a convalescent stage of my life. And I needed to hear this today.
Okay. What did he say?
Because it's tough to get back on a stage again because I feel vulnerable.
It's terrifying.
And I have
That's why I asked you today. I said,
and now, thanks to everything that's happened here and seeing Roy go through this, I have to take the advice I gave to Roy.
Yeah.
And be a cowboy.
And but he said to me,
I hope Roy doesn't mind me reading this message on our podcast. But anyway, I'm going to read it anyway. Thank you, Roy, for this today. He said, this is well said. I understand the need to log off and to find yourself, especially when you're struggling with illness.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, your music, and our friendship. I know that you're a star, but for me, you're much more.
Aww.
He said, you're a loving, caring friend. I hope I'll be able to meet you and Michael this fall and just hang out at your place. Talk about life. We are heading and where we are and where we're heading. We're not getting any younger. But we can still have lives full of meaning, joy, and love. Thank you for sharing.
Oh. He's one of those people that see you and actually took the time to read what you wrote.
Yeah, and I needed to hear that today. Like really bad. Because all that helps me put gas in my tank. You know, and be able to carry on. And like I said, take the advice that I gave him. And because we're all learning from each other.
We really are.
Yeah. And nobody is in any position, I don't think. The only people that are in positions to think they're better than everybody else is the ones that are causing the problem.
Yeah.
This has been very moving.
It's been an emotional week.
It has.
And I think going into, like, I'm really excited for you. And today, like when you were saying you still had a little anxiety, my intuition was like, I think he's feeling anxiety about the performance, not about the treatment.
No.
But I don't think you have anything to be worried about. Like, I understand you haven't done it in a while and, you know, you have to shake that off and they're going to be so excited to see you.
Being a performer is one of those things. It's like,
it's showtime.
It's like chips.
Yeah.
If you know,
once you get one, you want more.
You want the whole bag.
Exactly.
And I've had audiences that are just really fun and you know, really receptive. And you get addicted to that.
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to get to see you because you have 2 performances this month.
Yeah. I've got another one coming up with my good buddy there, Lily
in
Devine.
Belleville.
Lily.
Yes.
Lily's. She's a case, that one. I like her. She's Lily and I have been friends for a while, really down to earth. Lily's alias is John, who looks like
AKA.
Bon Jovi.
Okay, he does actually very much.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
he does.
He's very good looking.
He's very handsome.
He is. And anyway, he's, we're going through the same processes together. But yeah, Lily Devine's great. So she's putting it on. Then we've got RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know what season. Sorry, can't remember. Kiki Ko is going to be there too. She's our headlining drag queen. And of course, me, I think I've volunteered to be the opening act for the girls. Okay. So that'll tell you where my ego is. I don't care. It's
that's the thing. It's the performing.
You just get to go and
go on first or you go on last.
One of my favorite things is to perform. Well, there's no better place than a drag show for me. I mean, I like to do drag. It's just a different kind.
Exactly. So, performing, that's what it is.
It is. Of course,
you put on your rhinestone cowboy
and you become
setup
something else.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think I've been watching this. We're going to go over time, but I don't care.
It's okay.
I think I've been watching this artist, this LP.
Yes. Oh, the voice.
Oh my God.
It's so unique and so beautiful.
There's a massive lesson in this person. I don't know what to call this person.
When I looked it up, they go by they.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's a perfect blend of things. It's a real, I just see where the gender lines cross in the biochemistry of life when you look at somebody like that.
Yes, in the best ways possible.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really like this they're almost like a new brand of human being where those lines are so blurred that we can't tell, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Because who cares? It's the presence that they bring to the stage and the music. There's a reason why
the universe is showing me LP.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
And you going and performing this week and later in the month, it's also a sign telling the universe, yes, thank you. I want more of this.
Yeah.
Just like you said, I want the whole bag of chips.
Right. Yeah, and that's the problem with performing. I will, and that's why I'm planning on doing what I'm going to do in the next year. I'm going to, get that new song out that I wrote with Cadence Grace there, and
which is also beautiful, by the way. Can't wait until you share that.
It's a good song. I really like that song. We wrote that like 2 years ago when I was sick, and it was just like I didn't want to record it until I felt better. I'm all snotty, by the way, because I've been crying through this whole thing.
It's okay. It's a release. Your body is just like letting go of stuff.
It's everything going on with me. It's everything.
Yeah.
There's stuff going on with Michael too, and which we'll talk about some other time.
Yeah.
Because I don't know whether he wants me to talk about it or not.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I never bring it up. But
and then there's stuff going on with Roy. Roy getting beat up was a big thing for me. It just reminded me that everything I suffered as a child is still ever present.
Yeah.
And that being here to represent at my age is very, very important to a lot of people. And
it's huge.
So continue is
It is. People need to see us take up space. Like once we hit a certain age, doesn't mean we're just getting our stride at this age. I think.
Yes,
we have so much left in life.
I was such a hot mess before this.
Exactly,
like worse than I was last week at times. I was so bad. It was such a turbulent life, though.
Yeah,
my life was turbulent. I became a product of that.
As we all do.
And there's a lot of things that happened in my life and in my family that I won't talk about publicly.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Because of the liability of that.
Yeah.
And it's affected me to the depth of my being. And I don't comprehend these things and I find them hard to accept. And it's been a major thing in my life. And it shaped who I was. And it shaped the adult I became.
Yeah.
And then it gave me a massive challenge to be able to try to get over what had happened.
Yeah.
And between school and home and everything else and stuff I can't talk about.
But this is why the resilience to keep going and to rise beyond everything that
You too, right?
You've gone through. Yeah, both of us have been through it. And that's why I appreciate even, there might be certain topics that we have offline that we wouldn't have on here.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to have someone like you that I can have those difficult, deep, real, raw conversations with.
Yeah. Yeah. I really value, like, our friendship was obviously meant to happen.
It was.
And Robin and I, and same thing, kind of, Robin's like the movement guide and you're this kind of like friendship spirit sister guide.
Yeah.
And we're getting
going
over
places, my friend.
We're getting over this stuff by like, we're literally like flowers blossoming in our few friends that listen to our podcast right now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of happening, but we want to be honest about it. We could hide it and just pick up a topic and pretend like, oh yeah, Cristie, how you doing?
Great.
We could do like this, and then be like,
I know.
But
that's not us.
What's that really? We're just adding to the noise.
Exactly.
I don't want to add to the noise. I want to give the noise an option.
There's so much like people pretending to be something that they're not to keep up appearances, or I'm over that. I'm too old for that. I've gone through too much. Like, this is me, whether you like it or not. And I think we need more people in their midlife showing up and talking and being honest. And that's us.
That's why we want to do what we do here. And I guess eventually we will get to video. We've been on video watching each other, by the way.
We have, as a practice. We're getting there.
Yeah. I hope I didn't bring anybody down with this. It was one of the reasons why I definitely didn't want to be too somber about the whole thing. And, then I wanted to mention Roy because we need to educate people about this.
Yeah. I think it's okay to have difficult, honest conversations. Like, not everything we need to be talking about is like the squirrel you had stealing your Christmas items. Like, they don't all have to be funny, happy. Like, this is real life.
Yeah, we said this
we're navigating it.
That was part of the logo. Remember when we first started?
Yeah.
Real life, real chat. It was something that, what's his name, came up with there.
Yeah, Ben.
And yes, Lily posted a poster of herself. She's coming up with a show. Lily Devine's going to do a one-woman show.
That's
and
really
she
cool.
said, don't start bitching about, yes, it's an AI poster. Don't start bitching about it. I said, well, the first person that bitches about it, I said, should be the one that pays the $1,000 to your PayPal so you can go and get a poster done by a graphic designer, because it would cost probably $1,000 to set that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can't give the $1,000 to an artist to be able to do it and they're using AI, you know what I kind of say? Shut the fuck up. I'm like, shut up about it. Don't
and just
look
support.
At it.
Support the artist.
Oh, it's so hard today. Like, just to go and one song is going to cost about $5,000 right now. One.
It is.
And so I could go on AI. And did you know that AI people are making money off their music? It's like Facebook, but if the people listen to your song, you get paid. And one guy made $1,500 on his music on Suno AI last month.
I was wondering if that was the app, the Suno.
Yeah, that's what I use to make the music for the little jingle for the podcast.
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend 3 days in the studio doing that when I can do it on Suno for like 10 minutes. It took me 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And if you have Suno Pro, it's great. So AI, we're going to have to learn to live with it. I think it's going to be
a tool,
like everything else.
Tool. Like, it doesn't replace.
Oh no!
Real human interaction.
No, and but
it helps us.
Yeah, and am I going to still want my designers do my record covers and stuff? Yes, of course.
Yeah,
but for the little things and
for a Facebook social media post, you don't need
or to mock up it. So the way it used to work in the music industry, for anybody who doesn't know, if you wrote a song, you'd have to have a demo, right? You have to mock up a demo. The demo itself will cost you $800. And then you'd have to go spend $2,500 to record it once you get an idea of what the demo sounds like. Or you'd pitch it to somebody else and hopefully they would record it, but you still had to pay for the demo. So now with Suno, you can make a demo in like 10 minutes and have an idea of what the song sounds like and pitch it, or you can have an idea and build on it yourself. You use AI and conjugally with your own mind and your own creativity.
Yeah, it doesn't take over.
No,
it's a tool to help.
Exactly. So yes, and the thing is that Joe Grimshaw does my graphic design stuff for my CDs and stuff like that. Shout out to Joe. But I'm not going to bother him to do. Imagine what it would take him weeks to do those cartoon things that we do for the podcast. And he even admits it. He even says like, that would take me forever. I'm like, that's why I don't ask you to do it, because you're going to have to sit there, and Joe wasn't feeling well. He fell and broke his hip and stuff like that. So I don't want him sitting there and trying to do this shit for me, for us, for a podcast. I mean, I'm going to do it on AI. And then when it comes to a CD cover, I'll get him to do it.
Of course. We're almost 10 minutes up.
I know. Over. Hasn't it been fun?
It has been.
We've talked about good things and bad things and bad things and good things.
Exactly.
And
real life.
And me. Too much about me, not enough about you.
It's okay. We needed to today.
I feel guilty.
Next time we'll...
More guilt.
No. There's nothing to feel guilty about.
No? Okay.
No.
But anyway, so you're next, by the way. So your next stuff is going to be, we're going to do an episode on that. And once you get conked in the head a couple of times, I want to see what's going to happen.
Me too. Although I'm positive, I'm sure on Monday when I go for the treatment, I'm going to have a little bit of nerves just because I don't know what to expect or how
Monday?
My body...
This Monday?
So it's going to... because we're Monday. So next Monday in a week. I'm going this weekend.
Oh my God.
I know it's coming up. So...
Okay, because I got to get an appointment, and we're going to have to figure out the logistics, not on this podcast. Now it's getting really casual. Anyway, so if you've joined us today, you've joined us for like this interesting chat about what's been happening in my life over the past almost 8 weeks now.
Yeah.
That this is
the Prolotherapy journey.
Yeah. And it's been a rough ride. And thank you to my friends who have checked in on me and the people who are standing by me. Thank you, Cristie, and thank you, Michael.
We love you.
And thank you to all the doctors that are looking after me.
Yeah.
I'm getting much better, and I'm very grateful. I just need to learn how to be in a body that doesn't have chronic pain like it used to.
Yeah. And that's sometimes overwhelming.
It is. So if you've made it this far with us,
I know.
I mean, seriously, you are at 111.11. You are a super fan.
And we appreciate it.
We really like so it that we've interested you enough. Either that, or you're just bored and needed something to listen to.
You don't have anything else
nothing else to do, and you're just listening to us. Thank you very much. One way or the other, we really appreciate it, because life
bends us all.
Check you on the flip side, Cristie.
See you soon.
And thanks for being here with us today.
If this episode resonated, share it with someone who might need it.
And remember,
life bends us all.
See you next time.
And don't forget to comment.